Hello YouTube, Matthew Taylor here with a Bluetooth speaker, or I can't say Bluetooth headset. It's one of these little devices that has a speaker down the bottom or speaker down below, underneath, and a microphone up top. The problem with this particular device is that the internal battery stopped holding charge. Well, it doesn't hold charge for very long. It still works. Let me turn it on. And the audio quality has not been so great since it accidentally fell recently. So reaching end of life, we'll be discarding it, but sort of curious. Let's make this a biglive.com episode, or how do you say, a let's jerry rig everything episode, where they pull it up and pull it apart and see what's inside. So let's begin. So looking at the unit, I can see 4 screws. Oh, this is on there pretty good, yeah. So I can see 4 screws and what I assume to be the speaker underneath. Gonna get a trusted toolkit with bits inside. Let me open and pull this up. Open this on camera. Maybe use this one. This is most likely a number 1 Phillips screwdriver. Let me turn this off. Alright. So this unit was a promotional item from CB Cabling. Some really good cabling people who've done lots of work for us in the past. And this happens to be their main contact number and support email account. I keep forgetting I think the owner of or managing director is Clarence Blake. Yeah, pretty cool guy. So let's get to the pulling apart process, or the disassembly process rather. That's 1, 2, 3, and I assume 4. Alright, so let's pull this off. Oh, okay, so inside what I do see is the speaker, obviously. This tiny little speaker is really loud, surprisingly loud. And this would have been the charger for the unit in question. A small barrel, small USB barrel plug goes in here, and this is the board on the inside. Let's get to pulling this apart. Kind of tricky looking at the camera, looking through the camera and doing this. Pull this off, no complaints. Yeah, that's out. This battery, all right, this unit out. And that's all this is, just a trusty button. So the buttons here. So we can see the Bluetooth antenna in question. That's it right here. I assume one of these two would be some sort of EEPROM. This would be your trusty microphone. since this would be a battery replacement, we could actually do an experiment in another episode in which I could retrofit this whole assembly into something else. You can click like and subscribe, and I'll definitely be let me know that you're interested, and I'll actually do this. Or we could do a cool little experiment where we could do some sort of electronic eavesdropping somewhere for the purpose of testing. We'd find some interesting experiment to do with this one. In the interim, we'll just go through the process of replacing this battery with something that's a bit more beefy, can hold a more practical charge. If I can get this unstuck. This is with some double-sided foam tape thingy, which is really, it's on there pretty good, pretty well. Now pulling this means that the battery has now officially swollen or puffed up. I don't like the feel of this, so this battery would definitely be, if it wasn't damaged or destroyed before, it's definitely on its way out now. Let's see if this thing still turns on, which I think would be the top button. Let me just look back at this and confirm. I think I broke it. Oops, wrong end. Wait, which end? Oh, sorry, wrong end. Alright, so we'll breathe some life into this particular unit, repurpose it in other ways. I'll simply take my trusty soldering iron, desolder this battery, desolder this cell, and solder another one in its place that would be slightly larger, and then take this assembly and retrofit it into some other interesting bit of appliance. Modernize this just a wee bit. This board looks nice and compact, relatively speaking. So we will have a very cool experiment in store for you, and I think I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. So until then, please remain safe and happy experimenting.